And we're back. This time an actual PS2.
Because we got the Elgato to work without screwing everything up.
Or rather, my computer decided to accept it, finally.
The reformat probably helped.
Yeah, fresh Windows install. Helps a lot of things.
I'm due for that this weekend. There's some switching operating systems altogether. Upgrading from 7 to 8.1 because fuck Windows 10.
I won't upgrade past 7 until I absolutely positively have to.
I kind of consider myself in that state already.
We got no slowdown or anything anymore.
Yeah, it runs a lot better on the PS2 than the emulator, although you could argue that the emulator looked a little bit better.
Yeah, that's basically about it. The text for number counter is a little wonky, but
yeah. So why the hell is this place halfway blown up? I know Alexia kind of threw a fit, but
that's basically it. Also, they did. Well, no, that was only like a regular poison gas name. Unless, like, driving a digging vehicle through a wall had some effect on the rest of the facility.
I mean, I guess it could have.
Would an ice drill actually dig through a building wall?
It might. It probably destroy that thing.
Well, it did look like a wall was like splintering and cracking, so
Yeah.
rather than a nice smooth cut like I presume a very hot drill would do to ice. Hot, if not from the friction alone. That, and I realized the water probably came from like a busted water main or something.
Yeah. Oh look, a glimpse of a future friend.
I feel like this place has to have running water. Even if it's in the Antarctic.
Probably.
He's here?
I'm not sure why it surprises Chris that Wesker is here.
That seemed like kind of a dick move. I mean,
Stomp in time indeed.
what was with that second one? Just in case you somehow managed to juke the first?
Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh yeah, I went the wrong way.
Congratulations.
And the game was like, oh, by the way, scanners are back.
Because fuck you.
There was a bit of a moment of, excuse me. They don't disappear until you fight the spider boss.
Ah.
Presumably as a sort of like sympathy, you probably might have gotten hit and are poisoned and or damaged.
What I'm curious about is how that spider boss is surviving, like, under the water.
Down where it's wetter and down where it's better. Take it from me.
Okay then, Sebastian.
I don't actually remember like most of the other lyrics to that.
Neither do I. It's fine. Nobody is expecting you to. Incredible.
Grimsby, this is weird. What do I do? You like this girl, right? Well, yeah, she wants your hot prince body. But Grimsby, but what? 8 legs, 7 vaginas. Maybe more. Imagine.
This is kind of a weird design for a circuit main circuit breaker, rather.
Needing a valve to...
Yeah. I guess it makes sense otherwise, but
So people can't just like... Well, people could still just come in and just turn off the power by hitting that switch, but they couldn't disable it.
I mean, the valve handle seems a little shoehorned in there.
But hey, you know what? There's not a crank to be found in this game.
Now that you mention it.
It seems like it kind of jumps between valves or cranks.
Reminds me of Chris and Jill bickering in
Lost in Nightmares?
Lost in Nightmares, yeah. What is it with this guy in Cranks? He's a man of refined taste. He's obsessed.
Poor Matt Mercer. Can we get security?
Now I have to clean the glass.
Matt Mercer is a treasure.
He really is.
I mean, I do that at work too. If they have the office door closed and manager, then I just paw up the glass. Rapidly, incessantly, annoyingly.
Like a cat?
Mm-hmm. Regular PS2 can handle all this gas. All these particle effects.
Yes, because it is running the emotion engine.
And then Chris was like, oh, god damn it.
There's bullshit again.
Are you for real with this shit right now? Do I really love my sister that much?
This area is such a weird mishmash of laboratory and hallways from the Spencer estate.
And a really, really flimsy floor. I mean, the ground was already cracked, but that statue has to be really fucking heavy.
I see there is no costume change closet here.
There is a tiger statue here for some reason. It seems to work on electric power.
Seems to function on some sort of electricity.
This video is sponsored by Nikola Tesla. I almost want to say, like, I'd like a Resident Evil game with realistic item management, like, on your person. Outbreak kind of did it, but... The problem is you can't... Well, I suppose theoretically you would be able to carry, like, a grenade launcher, a rocket launcher, and as many weapons as you really wanted on your person, as long as they had straps.
Or an XL attaché case.
meant to be it would be less of a cash case, but more of a you're literally just hauling like a huge suitcase around with you. More than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have. Well, you could probably strap like the grenade launcher to your hip. Shoulder holster for the handgun. Or is it shoulder holster? Arm holster, underarm holster.
Underarm holster.
Underarm holster and shoulder holster for the knife. Quick draw release.
Pull an Ellen Ripley, duct tape them all together.
Could do that too. Tape a shotgun to a assault rifle. Haha, fuck you. Aren't there like under barrel attachments for rifles that are basically just shotguns?
Yeah, I've seen those. And grenade launchers of some variety.
Bayonets.
Bayonet.
If you really want to stab somebody, I guess, and don't have a knife. Seems kind of superfluous if you do have one, though.
Yeah, it's for people getting up in your grill.
And you don't want to put down your gun.
Well, it's faster to thrust the barrel of your gun forward than it is to sling the gun and then pull a knife.
Well, I mean, if the guy's coming at you with a knife, you're probably going to want your knife anyway.
No, if a guy's coming at you with a knife and you got a rifle with a bayonet on it, you've got reach. He doesn't. You can stab him before he gets close enough to stab you.
I don't know, I feel like a guy that's brave enough to come at you with a knife when you've got a bayonet is probably good with that knife.
Yes, so all the more reason to exceed his reach.
I mean, even with the reach. If he's that confident, I'd be like, fuck you, I'll fight you with a knife. Or you do that thing where you have a gun that has another gun in the grip. That way you can surprise them when you hold up your gun and pretend. Well, that's only a war. I was gonna say it's a war crime to pretend to surrender, isn't it?
I think so. Maybe.
So as long as it's not war, it's fine. I like how that was kind of like agreed upon by everybody. It's like, don't pretend to surrender and then kill the person you're surrendering to, because dick move. It kind of amuses me that everybody sat down and was like, yeah, it's kind of a dick move. Fuck off with that, sweeper.
Didn't you say there's only like 2 or 3 of those in the whole game?
I think that is either the last one or the second to last one. Which really kind of begs the question, like, what's the point of them? I mean, they're faster than spiders, they do more damage than spiders.
They are there to make a dick move even more penis-like.
That's really about it. I don't think I've ever actually like found out if you can die from poison in Resident Evil.
I'm sure you can, otherwise there would be no point to it.
Well, I know it drains your health, but like I don't know if it can actually kill you.
Well, it being Resident Evil, I wouldn't bet against it not killing you. Or... No, I would bet against it not killing you.
I mean, yeah, odds are higher that it would kill you, but... It seems kind of dickish to be like, well, poison, and, well, there's no blue herbs nearby, so you're fucked.
And then the anthill to end all anthills, apparently.
It's a giant prolapsed butthole.
I guess it could also be that.
Well, I guess it'd be less of a prolapsed butthole and more of a large intestine with the butthole at the end.
Right.
Time to read a file. Research report on Queen Ant. After discovering the remains of an ancient virus within the genes of a queen ant, I have been concentrating on the research of ants. Obviously. The ecosystem of the ants seems truly ideal to me. There is one queen ant in each anthill, and the soldier and worker ants are the queen's slaves. They dedicate their lives to the queen. Long live the queen.
Save the queen.
The death of the queen ant means the doom of the entire anthill. However, the soldier and worker ants can be easily replaced as long as the queen ant is alive. This is exactly the same relationship between myself and the other ignorant masses.
Bitch.
I have succeeded in creating an ideal virus by implanting the queen ant's gene into the mother virus that Spencer found. Seems like a great idea to me. I used my otherwise useless father as a test subject. However, as I expected, the virus caused a rapid change in his cells, triggering the complete destruction of his brain cells and body flesh. Furthermore, a special type of poison gas was generated inside his body that the blue herb had no effect against. Because of this, I have created an antidote in case of emergency and stored it inside the weapon chemical warehouse on the B2 floor.
Hint, hint.
I have decided to name this virus with unimaginable potential the T. Veronica virus. When I found out how I can utilize the power of this wonderful virus, my great research will finally be complete. Alexia Ashford. I beefed it at the end. I was doing so good too. Also, next time on Radical Bromance.